Hi everyone, my name is Peggy Hawes and I am the Interpretation Public Program Coordinator here at the Brockville Museum. Brockville is an old town, and because of that, we have quite a rich history. Part of that history is that we've had over 10 different royal visits to Brockville over the years. The first one happened in 1860 when Prince Albert Edward came on his royal visit to Canada on behalf of his mother, Queen Victoria. This was a huge to-do with parades and music and gatherings happening all across the city to celebrate his arrival. There have been other visits as well, one of the most popular ones, or rather the busiest ones, being the ones that involved the young princes of Prince George and Prince Edward, who was the Prince of Wales at the time. This happened in 1927, and this was their world tour as they were coming through North America. When they got to Brockville, it was a little bit of a vacation for them, so they didn't have too many royal duties after their visit at the train station. And the train station was packed with people. These two young men were the biggest celebrities at the time, and apparently a lot of the people at the train station were young women. So they go from a quick greeting at the train station, they go for golf at the country club, and then they go to the Fulfords where they have lunch and then get on the Fulfords yacht to go to Kingston. And apparently they reported that their visit to Brockville was one of the best that they had during their trip. A couple years later, in 1939, George comes back again, this time as king. And this is a huge celebration. That's actually what we have playing on video here at the Brockville Museum, and also on a couple of videos on our YouTube page under the Brockville Museum. There were at least 25,000 people that came to the train station to watch the royals. After all, this was the first royal visit to Canada of ruling monarchs. And as they slowly went through the station, they never actually left the train. They waved to everyone that was there to greet them. So one of the biggest visits would have been when Queen Elizabeth came through in 1959. Over 50,000 people came to Brockville to celebrate her arrival. They had parades in the street with accompanying pickpockets. They had parties with the crew of her ship. She actually came down the St. Lawrence on her ship. And it was just a huge, huge party. And there's a lot of preparation to get Brockville ready for her visit. Apparently, according to the newspaper, people scrubbed the streets. They decorated the pickle barrels or the pickle vats that were on Blockhouse Island from the pickle factory. And even the old rowing club building ended up getting a little bit of a facelift when they started painting the roof at night. Apparently it was dark enough that they had to use flashlights to paint the roof, and then one of the paint cans accidentally slipped and went all over one poor lady who was on the ground. So Brockville's had quite a few visits. It hasn't just been British monarchy. Queen Juliana came in the 1950s and she was Queen of the Netherlands. We've had Prince from Japan visit in 1907. We've also had some Russian royalty pop up every now and then. So if you're interested in these, like I said, we do have some of these films on our YouTube page, but if you also go to our database, you can type in royal visits or Queen Elizabeth or any other word that you can associate with the royals, and you'll see some of the paraphernalia that went along with it. Hope everyone has a great day. Bye from the Brockville Museum.